seemed like this was almost similar to a playoff game, the slow pace of the game and just the back and forth possessions. What was your vantage point on how you guys handled that in the game the last 5 minutes?
Last 5 minutes was decent. I think earlier in the game, too many turnovers. We were guarding really well, obviously, to hold them to 97 and guarding well in the half court, but the turnovers, 14 in the second quarter and a 34-point quarter there, let them back in it when we built the lead, and then some poor shot selection when we got another 8-point lead in the third quarter. So just got to be a little smarter with our shot selection and taking care of the ball, being strong with it there, and try to extend that when we get to 7, 8, 9. We had our opportunities, and so last part of the game, back and forth, I think we had our opportunities. We guarded well. 12-point quarter for them, only 15 for us, though. So we missed some open shots, missed some putbacks, kick-out opportunities on offensive rebounds. And so you like to obviously take advantage when you hold some of these 12 points and score some of those baskets. But decent job overall. And then at the end, got to be smarter.
Even with all those missed opportunities you just mentioned, you guys were able to kind of foul when you wanted to foul, for the most part. Didn't give away the shooting foul at the end on Lillard. Are you happy with kind of in those situations the decision making?
No, not really. Overall, we had one to give before they go to the line, and so the first Lillard pass to Antetokounmpo for the dunk, he took 2 dribbles. We got a foul immediately. So he didn't go into a shot. He wasn't looking to shoot. So we got to take that first one right on the catch, and then you have a chance to do it again and send him to the line. So we knew that. Made it closer than it should have been anyway, and with the dunk, and then obviously the turnover. You get across half court with 12 seconds on the clock with the 3-point lead. You got to hold the ball, not look to shoot, probably not even pass it, and let alone no look behind the head pass.
Antetokounmpo obviously shoots a lot of free throws anyway. He was shooting them really well early on in the game. From a strategic standpoint, is that something that you guys kind of prefer? Is him at the line earning it, or are you more so trying to guard without fouling?
No, guard without fouling for sure. He has his biggest games. He's high free throw numbers, and he's 55% or whatever it is, I think. So he's going to make it miss some, but prefer to guard him without fouling. Show a crowd and not let him get downhill like he was at times. And I think our guys did a decent job on the post ups and all that. And we had some loose balls. We could have got some defensive rebounds, but no, you'd like to keep him off the line. And he's a guy that gets a lot, obviously, and 12 is, I guess, a decent number for him. He shoots about 10 a game, so we'd like to guard without fouling a little bit better.
In regards to the decision-making, how much easier is it to have that conversation with LP after the game and a win versus maybe if it had it went the other way? And then what do you say to him after a turnover like that?
Well, there's still time on the clock, so put it behind you and finish. And the thing that was impressive about him was he had a great contest on Lillard at the end after the jump ball. You got to move on and learn from that. We showed the team the last probably 30 seconds just now and went over every situation there, the non-fouls, obviously that pass, and then he made up for it. Jump ball, pump fakes Tari, and he gets back into play and has a great contest on Lillard to make him miss that bad, or he has a wide open look if he doesn't continue to play. So put it behind you, but also learn from it. That's a chance, and those things can come back to bite you, obviously, with standings and playoff implications down the line to give away a game like that. And so, guys had to laugh about it, but some guys also let them know it's not funny just because you win.
You said you wanted to get back to playing physical, aggressive. Do you feel like you made strides in that area tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I think from the start you saw it. You felt it there. Obviously, 12-point fourth quarter as well. And so, last few days we had a chance to practice with these 2 days. A lot of film sessions with what went wrong in Utah and at other times, and then looking back at games, especially against them early in the season, where we're flying around, playing with pace, playing with physicality. We wanted to get back to that, and I think we did for the most part early. And, other than the turnovers that let them back in the game, we finished the game with some good defense as well.
Is the double lane violation potentially a strategy for a team that's down 3? Because, if the lane violation is just on Sengun, they just reshoot the free throw. But because it's on both of them, they get a jump ball and potentially a shot to tie the game. Is that something that's maybe a strategy a team can use if you're down 3 in that spot?
Well, you have to participate in that as well. So they can't read our mind and know that we're going to go in early on accident. But so no, for us, obviously we know they're missing. We put Steven and Alperen to get the boards, but 2 guys went in, so I think a coincidence that it happened. But if they don't go early and they just violate, obviously it's our ball. So it'd be tough for them to predetermine that.
Because there were a few times where you guys had a wall for Giannis, but there were others where you were confident in having guys in single coverage. How is that mentality and trusting guys to take on a matchup that difficult?
Yeah, it's transition versus, isolations. And so when he has a head of steam coming down, full steam ahead, I mean, he's one of the best in the league. So you want to sprint back, show that crowd, show the bodies, and obviously get out the shooters from there. But anything on the post, anything on the elbows, something we worked on, our physicality and not letting them get too deep and point of contact being a little bit higher. And I think our guys, guarded decent in those situations. He got some spin-offs, and obviously the foul on our man stands out as far as that. But when he doesn't have a head of steam, we're confident in all our big guards and wings kind of standing him up.
In games like this, every possession matters, and moving forward, of course, they will. And how much does Tari show up as far as with some of the extra possessions he gives, whether it's the offensive rebounding or just tipping it out to teammates to give you guys extra possessions?
Yeah, that's what he always does, and this game is no different. I like our team in general to be a little stronger with the ball on those rebounds and understanding the crowd that's around you. Be strong, look out and find your shooters on those. Some of those balls got tipped, but yeah, he's on the glass nonstop. Gives us a huge advantage there, and that's what he kind of does naturally. So it was needed tonight.
You played 9 guys in the first quarter. Went pretty deep there at times into your bench. Why was that the move, and what specifically were you looking for in mixing and matching those lineups?
Back to back, giving guys shorter stints tonight. We wanted, right now with guys being out like we have, we wanted Alperen and Jalen on the court. One of those guys usually at all times, and so we tried to take one out to stagger and bring the other guy back in some there, but also understanding their lineups and we can go small and keep fresh bodies out there, shorter stints tonight. And so we did that a little bit, and then fourth quarter ran guys a little bit longer with need-be situational stuff.
How do things change for you guys in the last 4 minutes with the man out, given what he does for y'all defensively, specifically in this matchup against Bucks?
It wasn't much different, honestly, because you got Tari, you got Dillon, you still got really good defenders out there that can guard Lillard and guard Antetokounmpo. So, he's one of the best, obviously, what he does, but one guy goes down and Tari's going to be out tomorrow. Other guys have to step up, and so we have a bunch of versatile wing defenders that can do those things. And so nobody's going to do it the way he does it, but they can make up for it somewhat.
Did you think a flagrant 2 was the right call there?
Yes.
Will Stephen be available tomorrow then, since he only got in for
Yes. We better be.
Thank you.
Thank you.